Hey, welcome! You are here with Change Models 101. I'm Nicola-Graham for BEE Change Ltd, and I thought I would like to give you the lowdown on my top 10 chosen change models throughout the last century. I would like to explain to you the history of these, how and why they were created. I'd like to give you the explanation of each model in hopefully a simple way. While we're at it, why not go for the pros and cons for each one? There's no harm in that. And how about a case study just for you so that you can understand if these are useful for you in your projects today. We're giving this content for free, guys. You go ahead, click and subscribe to our channel for more useful information. Let's get going. Today, we're going to be talking about a cornerstone theory known as the McKinsey 7S model. Now, this model helps organizations navigate change effectively, and it also focuses on key areas to make sure that the organization's needs are actually aligned so that they're ready for change. The McKinsey model was actually designed in the late 1970s, and it was constructed by two consultants that were part of the McKinsey and Company group. One of those consultants was a man named Tom Peters, and the other one, Robert Waterman. The reason that they created this model is because both Tom and Robert needed a way to work within their organizations in a more structured approach. Everything before then was just too focused on the hard elements, and they needed a way to comprehensively create a way to look at things from more the soft elements that organizations truly need for their change to be adopted successfully. Fun fact for you, those two guys actually created this model on paper napkins in a hotel. They were just so bombarded with the concept of trying to describe exactly how they could focus on those soft elements, they came up with it in a hotel. Go figure. Always the best plans happen on napkins. Let's go into the change model now. And for this, I'm going to fast forward while I draw this on the board. Okay, let's start by drawing the model. Remember, it's the 7 S's. Phew! Well, now we've got the diagram drawn, let's go into exactly what it means. This 7 S's is the model that the two guys created because they wanted to define hard and soft elements for any successful change. And there is actually a dotted line in the middle. These elements are your hard elements, and these are your soft. In the hard section, you've got strategy, structure, systems. In the soft, you've got skills, style, and staff. And in the middle, you've got shared values. And what this represents is that for complete unity, every single one of these elements needs to be in harmony with one another. So when you have your shared values, those shared values need to be able to be equal into every one of the other S's for change to be successful. So, for example, if you were looking at a strategy is focused on where something needs to go, where the organization wants to go, for example. The structure would be the plan to build exactly what it is you want to be competitive with or what you're trying to focus on as a project. Systems. Systems are all about the systems that the staff are going to be using to make this happen. Shared values. Shared values are the core of the company and general work ethics that they have. Staff is obviously the staff you have on board and how they're feeling. Style. Style is the style of the leadership and exactly how they behave. And the skills speak for themselves. It's exactly the skills you have within your team or within your organization that are going to help make this work. So let's talk about some pros and cons in this before we go into an example. Change model is great because first and foremost, it's comprehensive. That means that it's focused on every part, every element that change goes through, both the hard and the soft, and they are required. So that's great. 2, it's flexible. Now, whilst it was created as a change model, it can actually be applied to lots of different things, especially in organizations. So it's very intuitive in the way that you can use that. It has a great emphasis on the soft elements. It means it focuses on those really important parts, which is around culture, leadership, staff, and it makes sure that it involves those and really helps to hone into those. Now, let's look at some cons. So one of the cons for me is it's actually really complex. It means that you actually have 7 different elements to always focus on. I don't know about you, but that's a lot of spinning plates to have to deal with all at one time. 2, it's very static. It's not actually focusing on things that are changing, say the markets, the environment of your organization, and they will have an impact exactly on those 7 elements. So it doesn't really hone into that for me. And the third, it's ambiguity. It's great as a model, but actually some of these soft skills, they're really hard to find a tangibility to. So how are you supposed to measure the staffing parts? It doesn't really give you a guide for those. Okay, so let's now look at a case study for this. And just like that, there's a board with everything. Let's talk about a case study for you. We're going to focus on a project where the company are going to integrate the digital technology into their organization. So they want to create digital transformation within their company. Okay, the reason they want to do this, and I just want to emphasize, drawing is not my strongest point. For this, I apologize. Customer experience, they want to improve their customer experience. Operational efficiency, yes, that's supposed to be COGS. And they want to expand their market research. So that is the focus that they want to do. Now let's see how we can apply that using the McKinsey 7S model. First and foremost, let's look at the strategy. So the strategy of doing this would be a before and an after. The before is that they focused on achieving good pricing, and they focus on sales. After the digital transformation, what do they want to achieve? They want to achieve the ability to do online sales, and they want to improve their data analytics. They want to understand where their online sales are coming from. Their structure, remember these are the hard ones, just in case you didn't recognize the color code. Structure. Before, the company was very hierarchical in its leadership. After, they actually want a more collaborative structure so that all of the departments, all of the teams are essentially aligned with each other. 3, systems. Before, they had separate systems, and after, they want to integrate their systems so that the systems talk to each other and they improve operational efficiencies. 4, shared values. What are the shared values of this project? The shared values before was all about successful operations and customer service, but after, they want to look at innovation. They want to be a lot more customer-centric in their approach. 5, style. So before it was top-down management, not so great. After, they want to be more around collaborative leadership so that everybody is recognized as an expert, and they want that collaboration between them. 6, staff. Before, it was all about the skills that the staff had, which were focused more on retail and sales. After, what they want to improve the staff with is they want to give them digital skills, and also customer relationship management. So they want to enhance and upskill their teams. And 7, skills. The skills were currently limited, but after, what they want to ensure is they have more tech savvy by pulling people in from outside of the business, but they also want to train their existing staff. That's a scenario where they're going to create a digitalization transformation. Now, what they would do in this example is that they would then understand per S what kind of monitoring that they need to achieve. So what are the objectives? So if we're saying that we want to improve our online sales, well, what tangibility do we have to measure from that? You go through each one of these sections, you would create some measurements for them so that you can analyze them, and you would put into in a step-by-step goals and achievements that you want to create as you go through that project. And by the end of it, you continuously reevaluate every one of these to make sure that you are continuing to align and keep balanced every one of those 7 S's. That's a good use case. So that's it for this particular change model. I hope that you found that useful today. Don't forget to leave your comments in the box and subscribe for more of the Change Model 101s coming your way. Until next time, bye-bye. And that's a wrap. I hope you enjoyed today's content. Don't forget, guys, click and subscribe for more content coming your way very soon. And whilst you're at it, how about something free of charge? Yeah, that's right. I said free of charge. Sign up now, www.beechange.co.uk, where we are giving you a free change management course. That's right, the Build, Excite, Equip Foundation course, where we will educate you within 2 hours exactly why change management is crucial to project teams, but also how project teams can do this role within their existing activities. That's right. You truly can take people on that journey with you in your projects, and you can improve your project success. I promise you improved return on investment. Check it out today. Bye-bye.